Hello and welcome to Captain Morgan's War Games YouTube channel. I am Captain Morgan, or Richard. Some people call me other names, swear words, but call me what you like. Without further ado, I haven't made a video for a while. I'd like to apologise with my illness and 10th dropping its 10th edition updates and bits and pieces. I've been a bit busy and was wondering whether to do any more 9th edition sort of tactical videos and bits and pieces. So it's been a bit of a not sure what to do sort of thing. But this video is about everything we've heard about 10th up to now and stuff. I thought I'd make one and give you my views and everything. But before we get into that, please press the like button, share, subscribe, even comment below. I love the interaction with you guys. It's always great, and to debate and talk and see what everyone thinks. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, sort of March time, April time, we got 10th edition announced. There was a few teaser pictures, and then it was announced at the big old event, and we knew it was coming. Then at Warhammer Fest, they reviewed the box set and everything, and then at the end of that video it said June 2023, so we know it's June. Now I have some theories on when in June that is. The reasons why is you've got a couple of releases in that time. You've got the Lord of the Rings one and Magic the Gathering early June. You've got the demo in America 2nd and 4th of June as well. And the 10th of June is a free date. And the next event is 10th of July. So I would be looking at roughly the 10th of June for pre-order, with a two-week pre-order window, and dropping on the 24th of June. And that's my reason for those dates. I'm not sure. Of course, it could be later, and that you be the 17th, and you not have a pre-order window. You only have a week pre-order, but this seems pretty big, and I think the last one was 2-week window. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll find out if I'm right or not, and you can come back and mock me if I'm wrong. But we also found out in that Warhammer, from the Warhammer Fest, there was a chance to win the Leviathan box set if you subscribe to the newsletter. And if you went into the terms and conditions, so I'll show you the picture of the terms and conditions later on. Right under there, they had a bit that said the prize would be up worth £150, and so many Australian dollars. I think it was 299 Australian dollars, if I remember rightly. I can't remember off the top, but I'll put the screenshot I took in that. And so we know the price as well. It's going to be that sort of probably $149.99 or sort of price is probably what it's going to be, if not dead on the 150 itself. So that's the price range. We know there's going to be data cards, and that most of the rules are free to download on the day, which is great. But I love physical stuff, so the data cards I will get, and you'll get, and me and Nick will be buying the box set, because we said we're buying one each. And the idea is that while we paint up the army in the box sets, we'll be able to play Necrons and Orcs and Necrons and Thousand Sons and such until we get a box set versus box set battle report available. Now, next Tyranids, I play Space Force, but I am starting another Space Marines chapter as well, so I will have another Space Marines army on top of that. I've just got to decide what I'm adding to my list for that, so to make it up to 2,000 points, so that Nick and I can play that as well. But I will integrate them into my Space Force lists as well. Just be different colours, that's all. So box set is going to be Leviathan. It's going to be Tyranids versus Space Marines. We knew that. We saw a lovely trailer, fantastic. The CGI stuff they produce now is out of this world, fantastic. And we saw lots of nice big Ripley's new models on the Space Marine side. New Tyranids, some old versions of ones, and we're going to be painting them up in these colour scheme for them. My favourites are the Biophage and the Gaunts look pretty cool, and the Leapers and the Screamer Killer, they look pretty cool, to be honest. On the Space Marine side, Terminators and the Pyro Blasters look pretty cool to boot. So we got a preview of both factions army-wide rule with detachment rules. So it looks like you're not going to get sub-factions, but detachment rules, and maybe the detachment rules will be different will take over what used to be your sub-faction, so like Leviathan and Kraken and Behemoth, like that. You'll get different detachment rules for each of it, which would be very similar to your sub-faction rules. Maybe, we don't know, we haven't been told, and there's no leaks or anything to suggest there will be or won't be. I will say that the 10th edition, what we've seen from the demo games, and the demo games in America coming up on the 2nd to 4th, in one of the tournaments there, 2nd and 4th of June, and even in the demo games you weren't using the full array of rules. There was a certain amount of Space Marines against a certain amount of Tyranids fighting over one objective in the centre of the board, and so it's only a snapshot. And it's the same with the faction focuses that you've seen. You're only getting the certain snapshot of rules. You don't know how they interact with other abilities, stratagems, and other things that the army gets. So whether you'll lose certain abilities and rules, whether they'll be attached to characters or not. So I'd say wait until you get the whole rules, get your codex, get your data cards, and see how things pan out. The combat patrol boxes as well, I've shown a card for them. I'm wondering if the combat patrol version, because they said that, and from the cards are just data cards slightly different. They don't have all the abilities and weapon abilities that of a full-size game, which makes perfect sense to me. You're playing a smaller game, it might be too overpowered if you were using abilities, full-blown abilities. So maybe that will be fun. It's a smaller points game. They're usually about 500 points. They say the Leviathan box set, part of that box set is combat patrol, so that will be good. So we'll have to see what points wise that is, and it should be quite good fun. We've had faction focus for Marines, Tyranids, Chaos Demons, Necrons, Astra Militarum, Chaos Adeptus, Sororitas as well. And as I said, do not look at your faction and compare it to another's, because each of these bits we've been shown is a snapshot. It's not the whole lot. We don't know what other abilities and rules each faction or our own factions have got. So I say keep calm, read, enjoy, and wait until everything drops and we start playing games in full, and we start getting the codexes and seeing the full range of what this edition and what each army can do in this edition. On the box set, I love the Screamer Killers and the Von Ryan's Leapers and the Neurophage, or big new cycle there, and the Biophage, which look pretty cool as well. On the Space Machines, it's Marine side, the Pyro Blasters, the Terminators look fantastic as usual. New Terminators with a locator beacon, that was pretty cool. And the Captain and Librarian looked alright. And that Dreadnought, nice big, that looks pretty cool. So, and then we're hoping that other armies get a few releases in this edition as well, which would be nice to think. I can't wait for Orcs to drop, and hopefully Space Wolves and 1,000 Suns. Nick's got Tyranids, he's got the Space, I've got Space Wolves, and I'm doing a Space Marines one with this box set, but I'll be able to mix and match. I'm also looking at, well, can't wait for the Orcs and bits and pieces. So again, there were demo games, these Warhammer Fest. Now, if you go to Wargamers, I think it was, there's an online article there where he gave you a few tidbits from what he learned from his games. But again, it's only a snapshot. You were playing with a part of a box set against part of a box set. You were fighting over one objective, and you weren't getting to use the full range of stratagems and rules and bits and pieces. So take it with a pinch of salt. Take it as a simplified overview, and what, just wait and see. I mean, for me, I like the concept, and I'm concerned about the depth and the tactical depth of the game, but we'll see. They say they've simplified it, not made it simple, which is what I'm hoping is the truth, and we'll see that when it comes down to it. Because at the end of the day, I know they've said they've dialed back the lethality of the game, but after all, this is a war game. We're playing a war game. Oh, it's supposed to be lethal and deadly, and there should be a depth of tactics, and because that's what war was about. It's about being able to beat your opponent through superior weapons, through superior tactics, and through superior knowledge. So I'm hoping they haven't lost too much of that, whilst trying to make the game quicker and easier for us as players to play. So we'll wait and see, and I'll reserve judgment on that. I'd like to hear your comments, what you thought of what we've seen so far, and what you think about your particular factions, if they've been revealed yet, and what your concerns are. What you'll have to look forward to is I'll do a full tactical breakdown on all the armies that I have. I'm sure Nick will do the Necrons, and we might share the other armies that he's got as well, just to ease the load. He might do the whole lot himself. We're going to have a battle report. First up, it'll probably be Necrons and Orcs. We're getting the data cards while we paint up the Leviathan box set, because we're going to pre-order the Leviathan box set ourselves, and we're going to have paint it. He's going to paint the Tyranids in his Tyranid scheme. I'm going to do the Space Marines, and I'm going to do a new Space Marines army. I might have to add to it to get to 2k points. But once we've done that, we're going to do box set against box set battle report, and then as the edition goes on, Nick might take his different factions, or I might take the different factions against his Necrons, or I might do the Necrons, and you'll see all that on his channel. On this channel, there'll be a load of tactical breakdowns, battle reports, because I'm teaching people to play. In fact, next week you'll probably see 4 or 5 in the coming weeks of me teaching guys to play in readiness for 10th edition. And that should be cool. It's my birthday next week, and I've got most of a week off, so that'll do. I'm playing Nick as well. We're playing Tyranids against Necrons, 9th edition, and I was going through. I just got the 9th edition codex off him, and I've only used the Warhammer one, so I haven't ever gone through the full codex, and I'm using Screaming Killers with boxing models for that, because I didn't realise they were in the 9th edition codex, but that's because I've only gone through the data sheets that was available in Warhammer, and you don't always go through and I'd had a list of what models he had available, so I was going through the models, data sheets of the models, so I didn't see some of the other data sheets available. So that's coming up on his channel. I'll probably do a preview on that. I'm going to be looking, if you remember, Nick and I did a video quite a while back where I did a title of I took a line from a title of a movie and for a battle report, and I said on that video, whoever guesses where the film came from, we would do a prize draw. Now I've spoken to Nick, and I'm going to give the first two people answered correctly in that. We're going to message them, and when 10th drops, I'm going to buy the data cards for their factions for them and post them to them. So that's it. Hope you have a great day, and remember,
thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button and hit the bell button to stay up to date with all my content. Also feel free to share anything you've enjoyed. Remember, everybody knows the dice are loaded.